Hey there, and welcome to Prompt Responses, the companion to my blog, This Side of the Apple. I'm Shonda Renee, and I am just here to read. Simple as that. These are my real, unfiltered responses to prompts that pull a little something real from inside. Sometimes they're personal, sometimes a little poetic, sometimes a little raw. Each episode is short, but the heart behind them runs deep. So thanks for stopping by, and let's get into it. Today's prompt is, what is the legacy you want to leave behind? The title to my response is, The Bridge to My Own Peace. Weaving poetry into my concept for prompt responses has brought wonderful works of poetry into my life. This prompt turned out to excite me because it brought the poetry of Donna Rushin to me. The journey to her work involved the ick I got when I first read the prompt. I associate legacy with the grossness that can be inherent in the pursuit of wealth. Think Citizen Kane. Think A Raisin in the Sun. Think any Italian mafia film. They all display the ugliness that surrounds the acquisition of wealth. The feverish drive from some form of impoverishment to the extremity of wealth. One side depletes the body, the other side depletes the soul. I clearly understand that legacy is often associated with the accumulation and distribution of wealth, but what strikes me more is the emotional toll that comes with trying to hold everything together for others. That's the version of legacy I found myself reckoning with. The ick feeling had me not knowing exactly how to start this response, so I began by searching for a poem that spoke to legacy. I came across Donna Rushin's poem called The Bridge Poem. It was published in a 1981 anthology by women of color that explicitly confronted racism within the feminist movement. The poem begins with, "I've had enough. I'm sick of seeing and touching both sides of things. Sick of being the damn bridge for everybody." The poet sees herself as a bridge, connecting various sides in various situations, and goes on to say, "I explain my mother to my father to my little sister." Then she gives voice to the utter frustration she feels, guiding people to show up with their better selves. "I'm sick of mediating with your worst self on behalf of your better selves." And lastly, she speaks to what she must do for the sake of herself so that she can be useful. "The bridge I must be is the bridge to my own power. I must translate my own fears, mediate my own weaknesses." While the poem is a political commentary, I connected with it as a parent, spouse, extended family member, and colleague. It brought into focus how I show up in conflicts when they arise in either of those roles. In a sense, my empathetic nature has turned me into a bridge. In the past, I've interjected myself as peacemaker and the one to try to help folks see reason when there's conflict at home, in the workplace, and anywhere else I see folks not listening to one another. There was rarely an immediate calming of tensions. It floors me how nobody is ever interested in dialing things back. The players had to allow their tempers to run their course. It's the same thing when I've interjected myself into my grown children's lives when they've struggled with some issue that caused them great stress. I'd be the bridge leading to multiple pathways on the other side, and the child would express dislike for either of those roads, opting to remain where they were, or sneaking over the bridge in the dead of night with a tardy toll of thank you in the mail. If you've been keeping up with my blog, you will know that one of my most favorite phrases is, "Not my circus, not my monkeys." Although I didn't analogize myself a bridge, I did know that I was constantly in the middle of things far too often and fraying my spirit, my mind, and my body. And there's no Caltrans or federal funding available to fix me. I had to do it myself. That phrase has been a part of me removing myself from that role. As it relates to legacy, I will leave behind. It will be that of a beautiful woman at peace rather than in pieces because she knew when to let others find their way. I hope you enjoyed that, and thanks so much for listening to Prompt Responses. If something in this episode stirred something in you, I'm glad. These reflections are just a way of making sense of the world, one prompt at a time. I'm Shonda Renee, and you can find more over on this side of the apple. Until next time, take good care of yourself.